Hello everyone, and welcome to my weekly guidance for this week beginning Sunday 14th of June 2020. Okay, so I'm just going to select some cards here. Right, okay, so the first one is showing the theme for this current week ahead beginning today. And we have here the Ten of Swords. Okay, not the nicest card in the pack, I must admit. So this is showing a time of endings and new beginnings. So this is the issue that we're all going to be dealing with this week. It can be a worrying time for many people. Some people will feel forced to move on or move out, just leave old situations behind through no fault of their own. So this week we should try to focus on the future now. Let go of the past, which was ending, which isn't working for us anymore. Focus on the future as represented by this new golden dawn of day in the distance. Your future will be different, but it could just be better than what you currently have. Okay? Whenever I've had this card in the past, it has been a difficult ending at that time, but ultimately it's one of those situations where you look back months, weeks down the line and think, oh, yeah, okay, I'm glad that ended, it wasn't right for me. Okay, so this card isn't always bad news, that's the thing. So it can be hard letting go, and I think that's the hardest aspect of this card. It's telling you really that the sooner you accept and adjust, the easier it will be. Just focus on moving forward, focus on the new rather than the old. So there's a lot of darkness in this card, which shows that there is a lot of negativity and fear around us at the moment. Some people are going to still be afraid to look to the future. Many people will be confronting feelings of not being in control as well. There'll be circumstances happening around us that we just can't control, and sometimes, again, that's like a life lesson, isn't it, that we have to work on. So this is saying that at the moment, though, we really have no choice but to leave the past behind and move on. I feel there's also this week going to be a lot of realisation that a lot of jobs may be coming to an end, and some people are obviously going to feel forced out in that respect. It can also relate to a relationship or another situation in your life that also you feel and you know is coming to an end. Okay, the card I've chosen next, which is the challenge, is the Page of Wands. Okay, so here we are, following the sense of ending. A lot of us are now going to be forced into looking for a new direction. The challenge is to embrace change and look for new opportunities now. So this can involve things like applying for jobs, for contracts, generally looking for work opportunities. So when things are up in the air, it can leave you feeling very unsettled and restless, not to mention frustrated, angry and worried as well. So to cope with all those feelings that are going to be coming up, it is essential to stay as grounded as possible this week, and to try to see opportunities in the situation that you find yourself in rather than threats. So the challenge at the moment is going to be to start looking beyond your current life situation and be more open to all the things going on out there, out in the world. I mean, obviously, as it stands, a lot of that will be online, but there is still a lot of stuff going off out there. We all have so many opportunities now to expand our mind and broaden our horizons through the use of the internet, to connect with people and find new opportunities and get lots of new ideas. Okay, so I think that's going to be the challenge for this week. Just keep an open mind in all levels. So another message of the Page of Wands is also about looking for the facts behind the words. So I think this is going to be a bit of it's almost like not so much a warning, but it's like a little heads up to perhaps don't get carried away with things as they first appear. Look for the truth behind the words. And I think that's going to be a challenge for us all this week, to separate truth from fiction. Okay. Right, so for the advice card we have here the Knight of Cups. So this is saying that new proposals, ideas and opportunities should be followed up, pursued, but obviously do check them out thoroughly to make sure they are as good as they sound. I think that's especially important as it's following this one, the Knight of Wands, or the Page of Wands, which is about checking out opportunities to make sure everything is as good as it sounds. A creative approach to problems is also highlighted with the Knight of Cups. The Suit of Cups relates to love, relationships and creativity. So you may need to think around a problem, think outside the box. Some of you may also be thinking about turning a creative pursuit or hobby into a money-making idea, a money-making sideline or a business. So again, that might be something that you can do if you feel you have the means to do that. Think about your creativity and what you can actually do with it. Okay, so I feel, coming back to the overview now, it looks like on the whole this is going to be a week to refocus and think about your future, think about what you really want to do. And maybe it's time to address that and have a think about your path in life, your future and where you're going and what you want to do. Sometimes endings that are forced on you can actually bring about a major shift in your life path, and I think that could be something that this week will bring you. So try to look for ways to do something that is more in line with what you really want to do. Okay, so follow your heart. That's the message of the Knight of Cups there. Follow your heart, do what feels right, and think about how you can bring more joy and more passion and more creativity into your life this week. So try to focus on the positives in the situation. Think about the future you want to create for yourself, rather than trying to hang on to the past situation, which looks like for many of us it has gone. Okay, so I shall see you all next week. Okay, have a good week everyone. Bye bye.